This video helps you to use your store procedure and trigger. So just open your SQL Server Management Studio. Create a database, name EC company. Now we have to just put two tables in it. So create two tables. One is employee detail and one is department table. So here we have to create the column employee ID type numeric allow not null. So now employee name and varchar not null employee address should be 100. So employee email and the finally employee phone number. So phone number will be also numeric. So this is our employee detail table. So just put name of table. Now create another table name department. So put the column name depart ID numeric. It is not null. So department have their name. So department have a name and varchar 50. It should be null because when we insert at initial state that time it will be null and after that it will be updated. So now position at which the employee is working in the department, so it can also be null and it is linked by employee ID. So department MP ID, it works as foreign key for department table and family key for employee detail. So it is not null. Now just give auto implementation in department table. So auto implemented. Now save it. Give the table name department. So this is our department table. Close it, and I think I have not auto implemented this one also, so just auto implemented it. Now it is auto implemented, so save it. So this is our two tables. Now just create a store procedure. So there is a query for creating a store procedure. procedure have some name like store EMP, store employee details. So it is employee store procedure name. Now have to from assign EMP name and care, comma. We can just copy and paste. So here will be address all with having Android, email ID, and phone. It should be numeric. So numeric having 12 digit maximum. Now remove last column and just put query as begin. Insert into employee detail. They have to just put here column names also. So employee ID is already entered, so left it now employee name, then employee address, then employee email ID, now finally employee phone number. So there are four entities which we have to insert, then values, and values should be whatever we are getting from our defined variable. So there are some variables. We have just copy and paste because any syntax error can generate error. So just keep the things in mind. Now this is all over the query. Simply go at the end and write in. Now this is our store procedure created with the name of store EMP. So just execute and check it. There is a store cannot find store procedure store. So it is completed successfully. Now just create another query for trigger. So as we insert into the email employee detail, at the simultaneously we are going to insert employee ID into department for correlating each other. So here we have to go create trigger, create trigger, add in department. So now it over on the employee detail. So after insert update and start as begin, set number com on and declare a variable employee ID. Declare employee ID. ID is equal to the column name, which is here into employee details. So EMP ID is equal to column name. So what we have put into employee ID, it will automatically come in and assign into employee ID at employee ID. So declare employee ID numeric, because it is also numeric. Numeric having integrates. Now just select the value from table. Oh, sorry, just mistaken. It is on the part of table. Select employee as employee ID. Now from inserted, and now we get the employee ID into at employee ID. Now just have to insert it into department table. So insert into department at the column of employee department ID value put EMP here. Now and so this is our trigger. Just I have to save this. So give it some other name like trigger one. So it is saved. Now we can check it also. Yeah, it is also completely successful. And we have to also save this one with the name of store EMP. So it's also done. Now all the work completed from SQL Server Management Studio. So we have to just close it and open our Visual Studio. So we have to now create a website which can communicate with our SQL server for using trigger and store procedure. So just create an empty website. Empty website, we can provide a name, whatever you want to give it. So we can give it name like employee details. So this is our website. Now it's web config file here. So just create a connection string for communicate with the SQL server. So just configure, just create connection string before configure it. Now this is our connection string. Now add name and connection string, and finally the provider name will be there. So our provider is system dot data dot client client. So it's all about providers. We have to give name like connect. So it is the name of connection string, and here we have to put the connection string. So we can do one thing. We can just go into view, add our server. Now server is come. So we have to just add our database. ABC company is our database. So just okay, yeah. It's come into the top of the row. Just check its property. Now there is a property. So we can check the take the connection string from here, copy, and now put into our connection string of web config file. Here is our web config file. So just put here all the details. It contains the data source, SQL server, and the user catalog is our database name, and integrated security is equal to true. So our web config file is created. Now just add a simple page having some buttons and others, like taking from tools, split it, take some button and label also. So label and text, we needed text also. So here we can take text or just arrange all things. So copy and paste according to our need. Label one is heading. So here we are going to put heading. This has some details. So and this is button. So we have to put it into good places where it will look like some better. Now two buttons, and you have to just copy and paste all the other. Now first will change into, you have to just go into properties, change its text. It should be employee name. Text also change its ID. You have text have ID, big text, name. Now similarly we have to change the ID and values of label. Here label address. Now just go ahead, change the ID, PST, address, not do the same thing that email ID. So email ID and the final phone number. So phone number is there. Text name, just increasing its size. We not assign the name of this text, so here it should be text email and the rest one is also not assigned, so just give it a good size and then txt. So all the things are assigned. This is a label, so it should be to change real method. So here we can get any method like when we are going to open. So here would be enter employee records and now there are two buttons, so just give a little bit work here. Here one will be saved and its ID should be BDN save. Now this button have ID BDN clear. So whenever we enter data, so that time we can just clear our data from text box. So here we have to just put the value of text. Here now all the things is done in GUI side. Now just click and generate an event on save button and similarly on clear button. Now we have to just code it like text address dot text equal to clear, because we are now going to work on clear button. Text email should be clear and text name dot text should be also clear. Now what is first? So text phone number is here, so it should also be clear and the label should change and show the message that data is inserted or enter employee detail. There is little bit difference between details So it also has text property. Now clear button is worked, is over. Now we have to do some work. Suppose we have to connect with our web config file. So using system.web.configuration, it will help to connect with our web config file. Now we have to use SQL system dot data for using database and using our SQL client. So data dot SQL client, these are three files. Now we're just going to connect our connection string. So SQL connection and equal to new SQL connection. Now config manager is there. Web config manager have connection string. So here we have to put connection string and should be changed to string now. This is hosting and here we are going to put the name of connection string. If you remember, we are putting the name here, the name of connection string. So it is connected to our connection string name. So just put here our connection string. Now our connection is created. So what we have to do, we have to do work on save button. Now just put command for adding SQL. So here just first open our database connectivity. Now connection is open with this command. So after that we have to write command SQL command cmd. MD is an object of SQL command. Now new SQL command. Here we have to write the procedure name. Whatever we have provided the procedure name, if you remember something that we have to just write the procedure name. We have to just check again our procedure. So here check the procedure name. Procedure is also always there in the database programmability. Right now open store procedure and there is procedure. So its name is store emp. So just copy and paste here store emp. Now just find the type command is what we are using. So cmd.command equal to command type, and here we have to define that we are using store procedure. So here we are using store procedure. Now it's all defined. Now we have to just insert the value cmd dot parameter dot add with value. Now here we have to pass the elements whatever we have written in our score procedure, like emp name. So here we have to write emp name Now put text name dot text. So it will provide the text name. Now similarly we can copy and paste for other three lines where we have to just change the value. Suppose here is an address, so we have to put the empty address and we have to change text address. Now just copy and paste empty name. We are just going to copy and paste each and everything because everything have their importance. Suppose if any alphabet is missing, so it will generate some error. So that's why we are removing error text email. So there is no any problem when we are using copy and paste. Now just execute it and get the result into I with cmd dot execute non-query result because we are don't need any result here from Spring Server. So just we have to check that the our query is executed, the procedure is executed or not. So if executed, we get the result as one. So here we can change the method name lbl is equal lbl.text equals to a method string that data is inserted. Successfully, and in here we can real message dot text is equal to try again. Again, now all the things is done, so we can just run our website. We have to just build it and check it that it is successful. Now we can take a checkpoint and start enable debugging. So if there will be any problem, then it will also begin. Now my name is Anand Kumar, so I have to put here address and belongs to Barabanki and comes to UP. So UP and UP comes into India. Now email ID is gmail.com and phone number is 974295457. Just use save button. So we are here for checking all the values. Now we are getting 1, so here record is inserted. We are getting I equal to 1, label is true, data is inserted. So all the things are successfully going. So just we are getting a result, data is successfully inserted successfully. So now just use our clear button. So data is again method shows that employee enter employee details. So all the things are working. So we can just check that the trigger and store procedure worked or not. So just open our database, refresh the values and just open our table of ABC. ABC is database. Now just check that Amit Verma is inserted into employee table. So just check that yeah, Amit Verma is inserted here. Data is coming. All the things are going good. So just we have to check that trigger is operated or not. So we can just simply get the result if it is fill. Yeah, there is department ID and employee ID of employee detail is also inserted into department employee ID. So it's also trigger is also worked. So it's all about the tutorial. Thanks for today. Thanks for watching this tutorial.